going on, y'all? We're playing a little bit of Madden today. We're at week 14 on the first season. And I am the coach coaching the Rams on offense. And we're currently sitting at the number 2 seed in the playoffs. And this is how the bracket's stacking up right now. In the NFC, we have the Rams, the Packers in first. We got the Giants. Then we have the Falcons, the Eagles, the Bears, and the Redskins. On the AFC side, we have the Bengals, Broncos, Bills, Titans, Ravens, Raiders, and the Chiefs. Surprisingly, the Chiefs are the 7th seed. We got killed by them in week 13, I believe. 13. I want to try to keep it away from Chandler Jones. He's an outside linebacker. Running inside's a good idea. Defensive passing yards are 23rd in the league, giving up 3,800 or 3,080. Maybe I should pass on this defense. I should pass it deep. That's their best cornerback right there, 81 overall. Alright, lock in the game plan. Alright. Those of you that missed it, here's another look at the playoff picture real quick. We're currently sitting at number 2 seed, just behind the Packers. And we are 9-3 on the season. Alright, let's get it. Oh wait, no, I gotta do full game and then set it to Thursday night game. It's a very early stream today. It's 8 o'clock.
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we start Week 14 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a deep...
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Carr again. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 4 catches, 78 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Carr going to get this to Jacobs. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Down right around the 25. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They will run for the first time here with White, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. To throw is Carr. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. This from 32 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, you only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Now here comes the Los Angeles offense, and the man in charge of it in his 2nd season with the team, 14th overall in what's been an impressive career, Matthew Stafford.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the
Back to throw, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Stafford on third down. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football, too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And listen, these Thursday night games... Now after the INT, it's Carr. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield, here's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go-around, a first down as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Leonard Floyd make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr over the middle, it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Fuller. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field, the fullbacks for the defense. They knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. To begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
7 yards there and a first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Stafford. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Stafford. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And Waller taking it in over the middle. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Here's Carr to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Carr going to throw. He's got Renfrow on the out route. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. Gets around him. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And his throw is incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Terrell Lewis coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Now the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. Now they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. That affects how teams like this. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Stafford. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season He needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Well, that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Carr now on 1st down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Carr now to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the... They'll begin on the ground with Akers to about the 48-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. From the 25 on 2nd down, Stafford. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the red zone now, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great sight that you just noticed right there.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raiders heading out to take over.
And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Carr now on first down.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 45 on 2nd down, Carr. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Carr. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play.
I think we'll find out just
a little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you two in just a moment. First, we just want to give everybody a look ahead to what's in store for us this weekend as we enter the final month of this NFL season. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium as they get set to host the Philadelphia Eagles. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Carolina Panthers. And then finally, we finish off Week 14 in the desert. It's the Patriots and Cardinals from Glendale. In our game has been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3 as they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. Game. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Stafford looks to throw again. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Van Jefferson.
A 15-yard touchdown ground.
And the Rams are back within a score.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because
Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Devontae Adams to the field again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
To throw, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's A.J. Coldell as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Here's Powell on the return.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shot.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Stafford now to throw. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
And now, on the handoff, it's Akers. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Stafford. He's got Cooper Kupp on the slant. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On the give, this is Akers. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Stafford hooking up with Akers. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Allen Robinson. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Gay is on for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's caught here by Adams.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Catch made. It's Moreau.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford, that'll be caught by Cup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll give this to Akers running right. And some room to roam now. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 101 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Akers. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face because I know we're mind melding on this one.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he'll find Moreau here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll try and run with a fullback Johnson. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On play action, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going right back to Akers. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Raiders now 1st and 10. Carr. Pass complete. It's Adams. Again with a juke. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Throwing his Carr. Connecting with Renfro. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Able to connect with Jacobs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Carr completes it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Here's Carr. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Carr. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah. Now
you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they back. Unfortunately, they couldn't. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Los Angeles, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.